Hello and welcome everybody, I am one proud Bavarian and we are still Basilissa, Polonia the Usurper. We've done some work in the entire realm, I will argue. We have essentially made everybody quite docile, you know. There are some unhappy people here, but all things considered, everything has accepted the new rule of Basilissa, Polonia and the Hellenic Reformed pagan faith. Now, as I said, having that pagan faith makes things, you know, quite nice, but also quite difficult, to be honest with you. I think we are holding it together quite well, and we will have Philaretos, Klados, our heir. He already has kids, which is nice. I will educate them in struggle, for that is maybe proud. What will we educate them in? It's a good question, isn't it? You're educating them yourself at the end of the day. What are you gonna do? Groom and heir? You're ambitious? You know what, we're gonna take with pride, I think, yeah. I think pride for the son. And what about Athanasia herself? I think faith. Yeah, I think she's somebody that should learn about the faith. I'm gonna pick those. You know, regarding our recruit court physician. I will recruit those based on where we're standing in terms of. Come on, dude, stop seating. Swear to God. How many troops have you got? Not enough. Jesus. How did that happen? Your Mysticus, Despot Thomas II, reports that a heretical sorcerer has been caught and jailed in the city of Cardo. This sorcerer has apparently healed various ailments afflicting the other prisoners. Although he is scheduled for execution at noon, you could pardon him and bring him into your employ. Yeah, let's pardon him. Let's see where we can go with him. As he's growing older, I can see that Xenon could use some guidance in some of my experienced areas. It will require hard work and may not always be appreciated, but this is my chance to make a self-sacrifice for the sake of Xenon. You know what? I think we love him. Yeah. Despite everything, you know, he's with a son, with a man that we no longer love. I think I want to make him patient here. And I'm going to also, you're already married. You are not yet married. Well, you should be. But to whom? They're all just so international, you know? I'm not against that per se. It's just so weird. Like, aren't there like people relevant to my realm that I could marry? Show me again the list before I changed everything. Courtier in Albania, in Foix. I think we're going to pick Albania because this is this is an internal marriage, and I'm a big fan of that. Right? No, it's not. Oh, this is this Albania. That's the wrong Albania, alright? I thought we were talking about, like, our Albania. But we certainly weren't. Should have, Oh, Princess of Arabian? Really? Oh my. But she's already a concubine. You can just marry her. What? Really? This confuses me greatly. Couldn't press a claim, right? Like, that's nonsense. If we can press a claim, that is absolute nonsense. I'm not even sure, by the way, that we can stop this incursion over here, but I'm going to send my relative, Georges, the forgotten one, as we like to call him. I'm going to send him and try to stop this. I'm not sure that we can, because they are horses, and horses usually are very tough to stop in the early phases, but it works well. And here comes the event chain into play. Pirates sighted. Strange reports have surfaced of a pirate fleet in the Black Sea. If witnesses are to be believed, the pirates burn those who will not surrender with a sea fire spewed forth from the prows of their galleys. Could it be that these pirates have somehow obtained the formula for liquid fire? If this critical weapon enters widespread use by the enemies of the Empire, we will lose a decisive edge. The Megas Dukes has drawn up a plan to dispatch a small naval task force to the Black Sea, which will seek out and capture these brigands. Our spy master suggests an alternate plan, however. Spies will be planted in every major port around the whole sea until they manage to infiltrate the pirate gang and uncover their secret hideout. Alert all commands, deploy the fleet, or send in the spies. I think we're gonna... Oh, no. If we send in the fleet, they'll just burn us. I'm gonna send in the spies. Frankly. Right, this siege also went bad. We might be winning or losing this. Not actually sure yet. We're gonna lose that, huh? No, we won it. Very, very... Whew. Could have lost that. Word from your spies. News have arrived from the Black Sea. One of your spies succeeded in infiltrating the pirate fleet and has spent the past month as an oarsman in one of their galleys. Information about the origins of the miraculous sea fire was apparently restricted to their ranking officers, and he never did manage to learn the location of their hideout. There is good news, however. He brought a prisoner with him when he escaped from their fleet, a young woman named Despina. This vixen was apparently the captain of the galley he served on, and she claims to be the daughter of the pirate king himself, a man named Kyrillos. If this is true, you may have gained a hostage worth her weight in gold. Guards, treat her well. We may need her. Your vassal Strategos Lazarus of Crete is arguing with his wife. She seems quite She seems quite upset, and they are almost screaming at each other. They don't even notice that you're watching them. I'm gonna intervene here. Was upset that I intervened. Well, he truly hates me then. What can I do? Just the Sakalarius, I think that's fine. I don't need you on the council, you know that? I truly don't need you there. What about... Do we have another... Yeah, so the Ecumenical Patriarch, right? We don't have anything against him. But at the same time, he's not really one that I want to support. He's not really something that I'm looking forward to supporting in any capacity. So what we're going to go with... Strategos of Neapolis. I wonder if he's going to vote for the same dude. But I think we're going to be... You know, Neapolis had always had a special spot. Our Empress, at some point, was over here in Chieti when she wasn't really in exile, but when she was ousted from power, or not yet in power, however you want to call it, she was over here, and I think she has a sweet spot for the Strategos of Neapolis, so we're going to put her in there. You know, I granted him a county, etc., etc. We did a lot of work with him and for him. Well, we did have a discussion just here with Strategos Lazarus of Crete. I don't think we want to oust him from the council, because he, despite everything, is a loyal servant. It's not like he betrayed us, you know, in any way. I think this is perfectly fine. One of the eunuchs at the imperial court has distinguished himself and caught the attention of your advisors, though they are usually of the jealous kind and loath to admit redeeming qualities in others. Even they cannot deny the promise of this young man. Very well, bring this man before me. The eunuch is brought, and you can immediately tell there is keen intelligence behind the young man's eyes. His loyalty to you is without question, and he is a man who cannot be seduced by the wiles of women or turned against you by dynastic ties. Despite his few years, he has already won renown for his scholarship. Theocharistos. Where is he? Oh, there he was. Saw him. He was the very last rank. And now he's gone. Theocharistos. Why don't I just send him to the Chinese? It's not that. Oh, he is incredibly intelligent. Jesus Christ. How does he do it? I don't want to put him into this position, though. That would be wasted. You know what I'm going to do? I don't know if I'm going to do that. What should we get? 440! You know what? I'll send you to the east, yeah? Sorry, I know that was not very roleplay-like, but still. Now, speaking of her, I don't think... You know, there is this ambition here. See the realm prosper, but I don't think we're going to pick it because she's a war leader. She is a general at heart. She grew up like that. She knew what it meant to fight for what is hers and to fight for opportunities to rule in the way that she wanted to rule. So I don't think it would be fair to her to just be like, yeah, whatever, dude, you know. I don't think I want to have the realm prosper. If possible, we're going to start a war. Heavenly Li Dan, Emperor Muzong of the Tang Empire, has graciously accepted your gift. It pleases us how Theochristus shows sign of being a learned man. The generosity of the Claudius dynasty will not be forgotten. I just got an achievement here that is called Shipped Off or something. Shipped off to China. Yeah, there you go. The letter. Raid the Tang Empire? What? Oh no, I don't want to. Are you kidding me? If anything, I wanted to do this. A letter was found this morning near to the doors of the Great Palace. It appears to have been written in blood, presumably from the dead palace guard left impaled on a spear in the garden. It reads, "You have something of mine, and I have something of yours. Propose a trade." On the back of this letter you will find a map to a small island in the Aegean. Bring me Despina, and I will bring the formula of your liquid fire, as well as the only alchemist left alive with the knowledge to produce it. Signed, King Kyrillos the Magnanimous. Cannot risk backstabbing this man. think we're going to prepare an ambush, right? Like, we are military leader. We know how it goes. And I love the crown. That is a beautiful crown. Let's try it. We're going to ambush him. I'm not dealing with pirates. The deal. You set sail with a small fleet for the island Kyrillos indicated in this letter. As you draw near, you order the rest of your ships to disperse and cover any potential escape routes while you approach with your flagship. The Pirate King has already arrived at the small barren island, and you make a landing with the Spina and a small shore party of trusted Varangian guardsmen. Kyrillos stands surrounded by his brigands. "Release the girl," he bellows. "You shall get your alchemist and formula back on my honor." The pirates push a frail old man holding a scroll forwards, and you do the same with Kyrillos' daughter. My apologies about the about the warehouse and docks, the Pirate King says with a smile. "We had to cover our tracks." With the deal concluded, both groups depart on their ships. The deal is concluded. You set course for Constantinople, and your men confirm that the old man is indeed one of the missing alchemists. The formula he brought also seems genuine. Before you reach the Dardanelles, you meet up with the rest of your fleet, of what remains of it. The ambush you planned was a failure, as they in turn were ambushed by Kyrillos' fleet. Only a few ships managed to escape, and any hope of capturing the Pirate King has now been lost. The secrets of liquid fire have been returned to the Empire, but only at great cost. It is with a heavy heart you approach the Bosporus. When Constantinople comes into view, the sky behind the city is covered in dark storm clouds. Being Basilissa is not all it was cracked up to be. Alright, we got our fire back. That's an interesting plotline that I have never seen. I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way, really. In the meantime, though, let's have a look at you. Blah, blah. You are in a war against whom? Defending. What do you mean by that? Revolting against his liege? No, you're not. Oh, revoke Campulung. Right, you know what? You are, actually. I'm still going to declare war for the... Maybe not. That's a lot of potential enemies bordering us right here. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we do want the years of peace here. You know what? Let's do it. I didn't mean to, but at the same time... You know, we just came back from an ambush with the pirates. Have you married yet, son? You must have, right? Yeah. Look at your wife. Good God, Princess Shahbano of the Abbasid Empire. Can't believe it. Couldn't claim it for her, could I? Like, that's just not how that works, right? First of all, it's a weak claim, so it doesn't matter anyway. We could go for great conquests. See, we don't... This is what I mean. We don't actually need... Could go for the fucking Maghreb. Are you crazy? We don't actually need holy wars because we still have these. We still have so much. But if I could go for anything, it would either be Africa or Egypt. But honestly, I would rather go for Africa. Good lord, can you imagine controlling Africa? That is the end to the heart of the Abbasid Empire. Now, if you viewers want, I will take your advice as though you were my counselors. So if you have any advice for me, I'm going to mull it over as our queen. And I mean, as the queen right now, we are a tribalist with a sympathy for Christian religions. So expanding this way might not be the best option, you know, for our empress. First of all, expanding at all doesn't appear to be the best option at the moment. What I would love to do is, I would actually... Is Lower Dnieper going to fall away? Oh yeah, it totally is. So what we're going to do is we're going to build something. Your hunting dog needs proper training if he is to perform well during hunts. Perhaps you should take a hand in this yourself. Absolutely, that is something she would do. I will train him personally. And I will build a castle here, because a castle will be necessary to secure the Dnieper, you know, from any interventions from that direction. A son was born to Philaretus Claudius and Eunuchus Sennarid, named Innocentius. Oh, that's just Innocentius, isn't it? Gemini and Tribalist. Let's go. You know what I would like to go with, just to honor it, and I'm gonna essentially, he's my bitch, right? Like, he's just honoring what I tell him to honor. That's essentially where this is going, and where this is coming from, really. But this is me. Right, I need Agatha, I need Nicodemus, Xenon, and Anastasios. We're gonna name you Anastasios. In the honor of the man that made all of this possible. Anastasios. That's right. What a time. Really, seriously, what a time it has been. I can't believe we actually have restored the faith in just 14 episodes. I'm a linear fledgling in my lodge as a mediocre duelist at best. It is shameful for someone like him to be so woefully unprepared, unready should the Olympian champions call upon his aid. Perhaps I should encourage him to spar with another member. Right, we're going to give him an equal opportunity here, I think. I don't like at all that Crete fell back to the old Hellenic faith. That's a bit of a pain, but his heir most certainly won't come out as, you know, the old Hellenic faith, so that's a problem that's going to get rid of itself quite soon. And we also... Oh no, you actually have more than just that. Lino was thought he was going to die and blames me for it. Well, what an idiot. Right, Lower Dnieper is getting what it needs. Korsun, at least, you know, Korsun also being developed would be quite nice. We are still making a lot of money, don't get me wrong. We inherited Calabria. Oh my man. You're gonna be so happy. I'm gonna make you more powerful than ever before, Strategos Diogenes of Neapolis. Oh, you are looking for an artifact, huh? That is always nice. Although the great conversion of Yezma was a success, my work to help Kantaridin savage people to turn them into proper Hellenic converts is not done yet. Could build a church, but I don't really want to spend the money. I'm just going to send him the money. Rest assured that your gold will be beautifully invested. Right. You know, converting anybody to Hellenic is just a strange thing, and you know it. That's just weird as fuck. Hello, Xenon. You shall also be married to somebody. Although I'm not certain to whom. What are you? You are a spiritualist. Jesus. Good thing you're not inheriting. You're not the right one for the job. Are you now? Yeah, I don't like that they're like offering me so many. Just show me at least some Hellenics. The Hellenics are like somewhere in here. And it's only evil Hellenics. Like old Hellenics, I mean. Oh no, there, I saw it, I swear. There you go. Excuse me. Didn't mean to click that. Can become proud, that's okay. Ah, who shall you marry? Who shall you marry? You know what? Maybe you're not marrying anybody at all. You're a spiritualist. Maybe you should just, you know, enjoy the world, study it, and try to learn more from it. Son was born to Prince Ignatius of the Byzantine Empire, right? Antimos. The mother of this character is a Sayyida, patrilineally descended from the Prophet Muhammad. Well, Georgios, that's a good name. And in these times of peace, you have to remember what the realm went through before Apollonia. I think this is, you know, despite her being a general, it should be said that she grew up in a time of terror under Nicodemus, the king of Greece, that killed half of his family, quite literally half of his family. And then she had to go to war. Oh yeah, Adrianopolis, right, I forgot about this. Adrianopolis is actually a republic. I will make maybe the Duke of Epirus? No, you know what? I'm gonna... Why are you not... There you go. Thank you. I'm gonna make the Duke of Epirus an advisor, and he's most certainly going to vote against us. I mean, in everything, really. Ah, we've become diligent. We are such a good character. I swear to God. Don't know why he hates me so much. Tiny Guardian. Yeah, you're not gonna say yes to that. Speaking of hating me so much, let's take a look at our laws. Maybe we can do something here. I'm happy with the Viceroyalty law. I'm not going to change that. Revoking titles is a must-have. Now, obviously, we can't go for religious because we are not going to revoke any titles over religious reasons, but we don't need to because our kingdoms are Viceroyalties, as I said. So all of this is actually quite fair. The burghers have to give me money, which is nice because, Jesus, look at this dude. Give me so much money. Should maybe make him king of Bulgaria? Think? Maybe. But then again, he's just a citizen. Shouldn't have those rights, really. Imprisonment. I think... I don't really care for any of those. So I'm not going to bother with that at the moment. And you're now Hellenic. Beautiful. You're also Hellenic. Just gorgeous. Defensive pact against... because he died, obviously. The Holy Roman Empire is so weak and yet so, like, so strong and yet so weak, rather. That is the right way to phrase it. I don't want to go for a holy war against them ever, not with this character, because this character is sympathetic towards their belief. Georgian Liberation Revolt. Ooh. Oh, you're in prison, so this is over. Yeah, there you go. Well, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to retake this land. I'm going to force vassalization, which will cost us a very, very chunky amount of prestige. But at the same time, this is easy money. Oh, is this for the Kingdom of Georgia? Are you kidding me? You can get the entire kingdom just for this? Who are you? Who are you? Show me the claimants. I would go to war over this. This is an opportunity. Gargiki, you're even the right religion. Incredible. Really, really incredible. If I give you the city of Taman, it's just going to become a merchant republic, isn't it? How long are you going to take? That's a good question. 11th April. Constantine the Liberator. Yeah, no, getting this chunk of land, that would be a great addition. So under, you know, even risking that he will just become... Wait, show me this for a second here. Yeah, you're just a republic. I mean, I'm just gonna do it, okay? I'm sorry. I don't think this invalidates his claim, so he should be fine. And I think he's gonna become feudal once he actually takes over. But I wouldn't actually know it. City of Taman, there you go. And now I shall declare war on this young man for Georgia. And in we go. I mean, you know. Let's do it. Let's gather up right over here. Let's gather up and I will lead the assault here. So I'm going to have the wars kind of oriented in a way before our troops can test their mettle against their enemies. Right, let's sacrifice just like... Yeah, this is fine. Even if we lose this. We're going to win in the end. But I think like we're going to have it a bit like the Roman emperors, right? Whoever leads the campaign will also be the one benefiting the most from it. Now at the time... Oh yeah, we need to check our prisons, man. We have so many prisoners that I don't necessarily want to have in prison. But I think we're going to do this in the next episode. Right now I want to fight the war. Oh, we're no longer stressed. Apollonia is such a good character. Convert to the Orthodox faith. Really? Gonna do that to me? Alright, we'll see about that after the war. Oh no! Who's doing this? Sardinia and Corsica. Why would you do this though? Where's he? Man, that's truly... Why would he do this? He loves me. And yet he's like, no. Jesus. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Oh Jesus, he keeps blobbing. He just keeps blobbing. Like there's no tomorrow. Well, I mean, fair enough. Let's just have this build, and then we'll see what we can do. I need his vote. That is quite obvious. If we lose the emperorship, I mean, you know, we lose it. So be it. But that's a pain. That's a pain in the ass. Need more people voting my way, or the highway. He's evil. Why are you evil? Lustful. Did he kill somebody? No, he didn't. But he is bloody. I think he just came from a duel. He misinterprets the legends. Oh, you're a poet. No, I swear to God, why would you do this? But he misinterprets them even further. He's straight up just in the wrong because he's one of the old ones. Come on. That's just redonkulous. But revoked your title, right? Allows us to revoke viceroyalty duchies, right, without a hitch. I'm gonna revoke your title, buddy, because this is a viceroyalty. And if you rebel, I'm gonna kill you. A daughter was born to Philoratus Claudius, and Jesus, they're gonna have a lot of kids. Antipatra, sure, fair enough. Though it grieves me deeply. Now, what I'm going to do is a bit of a hilarious step. all things considered. I'm gonna make you a double duke for the time being. Good. There you go. Can I educate you? Would you like that? No, actually, I'm actually gonna have my nephew educate you. Right. There goes the steward. Easy. And then I'm going to have you here on the council. Right, now everybody's voting for him again, so we are good to go in that regard, clearly. Now let's approach this, because this is going to be a very tough fight, all things considered, really. So he's educating him now, and I want to build a relationship between him and his vassals already, right? That is the idea behind that. If you want to be a good imperator, you have to kind of tough it out and talk to people if you're not, even if you're not, you know, all that fond of them. That is just your obligation. That is the way that the cookie crumbles these days. So this is with the river crossing, right? Where does the river not go? That is the question. What about Lasker? Doesn't go there. Perfect. Alrighty. Now, we are going to lead this ourselves. We're already a fairly old lady. We're going to figure it out, I promise. Our ongoing struggle outside of Artanju has brought out the best of our military strategists. One of them is a Greek veteran with a penchant for innovation. He suggested that he retire from the battlefront and return to Constantinople to continue his work, safe from flying arrows. Ooh, we're losing money, huh? Nah. Why don't you just join me as a commander? And then I'm even going to make you a commander if we can. Look at this terrible dude. Relief commander. Philippos. Where's Philippos? Hey. He's not eligible. Oh. That's what it is, I guess. Anyway, Georgia's going to lose this war. I'm going to sacrifice this man. And this man too. Right, why don't we do this, and then do that, and then you go on with me to take their capital. And then you go over there, and we clean it up. Right, I'm going to take Georgia in this episode, and then we're going to see, I don't think we're going to do anything else for this episode. The prisoners we're going to take a look at in the next one. I love looking, you know, like at prisoners going through it. Ah, come on, dude. I don't have any money for you. Send you more priests. Sure. Oh, really? Not even afraid of going there. Oh, that cost me money. Get out of here. Right, we're sieging all of this down. And while the claimant here was converted to, you know, orthodoxy for some reason. How many people? All right, yeah, convert to my religion, I guess. Ah, that's that's ridiculous. I love it, but it's so ridiculous. Good lord. Conversion of Novasil. Well, there you are. Yet another one. Great. I love the sounds it makes. Oh, we got him! Boom! Get sacrificed, son. Man, we sacrifice a lot of people these days. A lot of kings. Alright, there you go. Now tell me, what happened to you? Like, you obviously only hold this damned city. Oh, it's just actually a fucking serene doge. What are you fighting over? Holding war with Timitarkan. He's gonna probably lose that. Let's be real here. But you're my counselor, and I'm going to have you convert back, because he's not opposed to converting back. I don't think that's really the issue. And I know, you know, like the thing is, I started out saying this, I'm not going to convert all that many people, because that is not what I want to do. Well, here we are, converting literally everyone. Straight up. I'm going to grant you Barony of Kamiansk. There you go. And then we're just going to hang around. Right, he's become Hellenic. Beautiful. Yeah, Georgia, gaining Georgia there is very, very powerful. It, you know, extends our border with the Abbasids. It makes us stronger in defending ourselves against the devil brood that sits down here, even though they are quite weakened these days, aren't they? A lack of bravery. Do you think it's time Do you think it is indeed time for this in the next episode? Are we going for Egypt or Africa? I would rather go for Africa. Advise me. I'm not going to continue playing here. How you advise me will be how we're playing. And I thank you for watching so far. Jesus, I'm not going to spend all that money on this dude. As you can see, Saxony became Bohemia because they just love doing that. I will see you in the next episode of SPQR as we are restoring the eternal borders of the Roman Empire. I'm happy to say that stability has indeed been achieved and everything is practically repaired for our nephew to eventually take over whenever we die. He also has a claim on Serbia, which is quite cool. Now the Serbian king, did he ever... Oh yeah, you're back to... Yeah, you're back to not being my religion. I see. That's fine. Oh, what happened here? Big revolt. Wait, 1 second. Just tyranny, right? So I assume that all of you... No, I don't know why they revolted then. Well, one way or another, if we wanted to, we could seek war against the Abbasids in the next episode. The question is just, for what would we go? Armenia? Syria? Egypt? Africa? Tell me in the comments. I will see you in the next episode. Later, alligator.